Hello, this is David Blain. During this segment, we're going to be continuing our discussion about the cost of owning annuity. If you missed the first segment, we introduced this topic. I think it's an important one that you understand completely. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of people running around trying to sell annuities. They pay a lot to the people selling them, which is why there's a lot of emphasis on them. If you missed the first part, head on over to our website, which is dlblain.com. and you can catch up with us. But I want to keep going. There's a lot of information here to get out. So I was about to start talking about the costs of an annuity, and they can be broken down into a couple of categories. And this, a gentleman named Stan Haithcock came up with this little acronym, PILL, PIL, that you can use to remember it. So the first cost is principal protection. These are all the costs that are built into an annuity. Principal protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care costs. And we'll go through these a little bit more detail. We'll take a look at the different types of annuities and the different types of strategies and fees. And as I said in the first segment, remember that you want to purchase, if you do feel the need to purchase one of these, and I've been doing this for a long time and I've never recommended an annuity to anyone. We do have clients that come in the door that have been sold annuities that we're forced to deal with, so we do have a lot of expertise in it, but we've never actually taken someone without an annuity and said, hey, you should go, buy this. We've been able to, maybe it's just our clients, I don't know, but for the most part we don't generally recommend these. But if you were to, you want to make sure you're focusing on the guarantee and not what the product may do. Okay, that's the only thing that you're looking for. If we did use an annuity, it would certainly be some sort of immediate fixed annuity, because if you're paying for that, you want to be paying for the guarantees and not some, pie in the sky what it may or may not do in the future. Okay, so there's many different types of costs in an annuity. There's 4 categories of costs, what we call disclosed costs, built-in cost, opportunity cost, and tax cost. All right, so if you remember, I said that there was the 4, we'll just keep going with that. The 4 different costs: disclosed costs, built-in costs, opportunity costs, and tax costs. So the disclosed costs are, in annuity prospectus, you see that they have to list and explain the specific costs for owning the annuity. For example, how the annual fees are paid, the mutual fund fees, things like that. Riders attached to it. You can have different riders for things like lifetime income, death benefit, long-term care. A lot of these have an additional fee that will be disclosed. And so, although the prospectus is usually 2 inches thick, somewhere buried in there, they're required to disclose certain types of fees to you. For example, if an income rider has a guaranteed growth percentage, you still have to pay an annual fee even if you turn the lifetime income stream on. They would have to disclose that. So the second part of the costs are what they call the built-in costs, and most of these are in the variable type annuities generally, that between the mutual fund companies, the underlying fund companies, and the annuity provider. Now the actual fund fees, the annual amount that you're paying, those are generally disclosed. Annuity commissions are built into the policy. So for example, if you invest $100,000 into annuity, you're going to see $100,000 invested in an annuity. Now some of these things are giving bonuses and things like that. Make no mistake about it though, the agent selling it to you has been paid a commission. And don't let them get away with saying that they don't, they're not charging any fee to you, because they are getting paid, and it's usually a fair amount of money. The other built-in costs are the surrender charges, and these are the most egregious things that I see all the time. People buy these annuities, they don't fully understand it, and they have these massive penalties to get out of them. And you have to ask yourself, something that has such a large penalty in it, Why do they have a penalty? It's because they want to lock you in, because they realize that a lot of times when people wake up the next day, or most of them have a waiting period, but people realize down the road that these may not be right for them, and so they have to have these penalties. Any fee-only investment advisor, like us, if you recommend that you invest in something, they are very liquid. You can get all of your money. Now, the market value is going to go up and down, but you're going to get your money back at any time. You can withdraw it. So I'm always skeptical of things with large penalties to get out of. A lot of them have surrender charges, based on the number of years. So they may have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, a penalty that goes down each year for 7 or 10 years. A number of annuities, to the benefit is they do allow you to take out 10% of the amount penalty free. So they do allow you some access to your money. Now, one thing that you're never going to hear about is the opportunity cost, and this is what I was talking about, trading security for opportunity. Whenever you get a guarantee, you're trading that for something, and this is something that you never really hear about. That trading that transfer of risk, you may miss out on an opportunity otherwise. Now, leave it to the annuity companies. They're coming out with all sorts of different products where they guarantee you a certain amount, and then they also guarantee you, the upside of the market. Be skeptical of that stuff. I'm not going to tear those all apart today, but you cannot have both sides of the equation. You cannot have guaranteed income and a guaranteed growth. Well, that's all the time we have for the second segment. When we come back, we'll continue talking about some of the costs of annuities.